Today, we're explaining how this whole situation began as we focus on allegations against Judge Hamry. We've never had to do anything like this.
Why aren't you allowed to comment?
I didn't make the law. I'm sorry.
You didn't make the laws.
Confronting a judge to get the truth? That's Circuit Court Judge Paul Hamry getting into his car to get away from us. In his haste, he went out the wrong way of the parking lot. And all detailed similar stories about what was said on the phone call by the judge and the defense attorneys after they should have hung up. Rebecca Baker wrote in her affidavit that one of the defense attorneys immediately called plaintiff's attorney Don Visser a f***ick. Seconds later, she writes that Judge Hamry jumped into the demeaning conversation that he said, quote, his son, Visser's son Donovan, is even worse. The I-Team recently obtained this recording, and we heard a conversation after the conference call between all the parties was supposed to have ended. Imagine hearing this coming out of a judge's chambers. We tried to catch him at his house. He left us in the dust, left us with lots of questions. And we know the Attorney Grievance Commission and the Judicial Tenure Commission have been notified of this case and have copies of this recorded conversation.
Why aren't you in school right now?
The #1 predictor of life success.
You're not skipping right now, are you?
Staying in school.
You promised me you're not skipping? Pinky swear? Is it fun? Yeah, we're having a pretty good time.
But look what we found here.
You want to talk with me?
We caught all 4 of them.
Kind of a buzzkill talking with a news reporter, isn't it?
Cutting class, canceling chem.
Is it fun? Yeah, we're having a pretty good time. We're blasting the music. He has some pretty big subwoofers in there.
They didn't do their homework. Unfortunately, today we can tell you many of our school leaders didn't do their homework either. School administrators in 20 different school districts all signed off last year to the state that they didn't have any students who missed 10 or more days of school unexcused. You might say these days that's perhaps hard to believe. So we decided to track down the truth to find out if those numbers were really correct. We tested those zeros and asked all of the school superintendents to provide the number of students with excessive absences to us either through the Freedom of Information Act or voluntarily. As the numbers started rolling in, we saw a distinct pattern forming, crooked numbers across the board, leaving no question, 0 really wasn't 0. How could such a beautiful adventure story turn into such a tragic tale? She was supposed to be sailing away by moonlight, or maybe riding away in the desert.
It kind of evolved into a love letter to my daughter.
Author Christine Nicholson,
and I wanted to share it with the world.
Loved her daughter.
I wanted her memory to live on.
And lost her way too soon.
When I was doing the revisions, I was thinking of her.
Michael says he paid nearly $2,000 to Two Moon Press based in Marshall to get it done. A welcome packet that perhaps wasn't exactly welcoming with a typo. But in January, Michael and Christine sent the manuscript for Sarah's book over to Two Moon, expecting the best. And for weeks and months, they waited and waited and waited.
Not a word, not a word.
The I-Team found the Nicholsons aren't close to being alone in this one. In police reports we obtained through the Freedom of Information Act, people in 26 cities across the state of Michigan and in 10 states across the country reported to the Marshall Police Department they didn't get what they were promised from the folks who were running Two Moon Press.
Did you take their money?
No, I did not.
You sure about that?
I'm absolutely positive. She moved that business out of Olivet, and she subsequently shut that business down.
She currently works at the Double Nickel Party Store in Olivet, and we spotted her in the back seat of a vehicle as she arrived for work.
Hi, Melinda. Hi, David Bailey from Channel 3. Can you talk with us a little bit?
As the car was driven away, we thought our chance was gone. But moments later, that Matt we spoke of, Matthew Lundy, arrived to send us a message. He was angry at us, so angry we watched as he reached into the News Channel 3 vehicle, picked up our camera, and crashed it to the ground twice, destroying it. Several are suing Two Moon Press in civil courts. In the criminal realm, Calhoun County's prosecutor David Gilbert initially decided not to file criminal charges against either of the owners, but in light of our investigation announced to us he has reopened the case and is now actively pursuing it.